Hi everyone, Michelle McSwain again from the Child Protection Center. I'm just checking in on you. How are you doing? Are you surviving? I know that everyone now has received word that they are now also their teachers or their child's primary teacher. That's got to be incredibly stressful. I can't even imagine being in charge of my child's education right now as well. We're here for you, thinking about you. Now, I know we've talked about internet safety, right? How to help keep your kids safe online, as well as managing your and your child's stress. But another great thing to do during this time that you're with your children is to talk about other safety skills around themselves and especially their bodies. So we know that during these situations, children are at an increased risk of becoming victims of child abuse, as well as an increased risk of maybe somebody talking to them who's unsafe online, where they can become a victim also through an unsafe person meeting them or trying to meet up with them or gaining access to them, and maybe even sending inappropriate photos or whatever it may be. But this is a great time to talk about safety skills surrounding your child's body, more specifically the touching rule. Now, many parents find talking to their children about safety skills around their body incredibly daunting. What am I going to say? How do I talk to them about private body parts? That's really intense. I don't want to introduce something that they wouldn't have known. It doesn't need to be like that. It's just a simple safety skill. It's a safety skill that a child needs to know the same way that they learn stop, drop, and roll. A child needs to learn safety over their body. They know fire safety. They need to know safety over their bodies. So I'm going to walk you through very briefly how to do that. It's not as scary as you think. So first, you introduce the touching rule. You need to establish the rule. And the touching rule says, no one can touch or look at my private body parts except to keep you clean and healthy. Now we go over who needs to follow this rule. Everybody. This is a rule for all people at all times. Yes, that means you, mom and dad. Yes, that means grandma and grandpa. Yes, that means aunt and uncle. Everybody. This is a rule for all people at all times. So you are responsible for following that too. But the touching rule says no one can touch or look at your private body parts except to keep you clean and healthy. So go over what that means. What does it mean to stay clean? What does it mean to stay healthy? Who helps you to do that? So staying clean, giving a bath, helping to give a shower. If there's still need help in the bathroom, that's staying clean. If you have younger children that need to change a diaper, clean. And then that healthy. The doctor it's their job to keep your entire body healthy. So the doctor would be okay, but go over that they must be keeping them clean and healthy, or it's not okay. And then an assertive response to an unsafe touch. If someone were to break this touching rule, you say no, you go away, and you tell an adult that you know and that you trust. Now, it's important that as caregivers, we help our children find their voice, find their confidence, and let them be in charge of their bodies. So have them practice assertive responses. Make it fun. We don't want these quiet voices. No, don't do that. No. Use an assertive voice, use a hand, make it a fun activity for your kids so that they know that is their voice and that they have the right to say no to an unsafe touch. Also remind them if anyone were to ever break these rules with them, it's never their fault. It's not their fault. This is something that's not okay, but it's not their fault. And if they ever choose, they have their assertive voice and they say they don't want a touch, we need to empower them over that. So what happens is sometimes as caregivers, we take our voice away from our children without even knowing it. So say we're at grandma and grandpa's house and we're leaving and a child doesn't want to give a hug, doesn't want to give a kiss. Our response is, that's not very nice. Your grandma or your grandpa loves you very much. Give them a hug or a kiss goodbye. No, I don't want to. You need to. We're going to wait. So what we've done is we told them that we are in charge of their bodies. They are not. So we need to give that power back to them. So if they don't want to give a hug, they don't want to give a kiss, that's okay. It's not rude. It's them establishing what they want with their body. So there are other things they can do. You can wave, give a fist bump, a high five, give other options other than physical touch to your child so that they feel empowered over their voice and over their bodies. Find teachable moments. Find teachable moments for your child. So when you're giving them a bath, talk to them about that. I'm giving you a bath right now. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay because I'm keeping you clean. And then establish a rule for your household. Every household is different, but you know what's okay for your children. So you could say, I'm giving you a bath right now. So the only people that I want giving you a bath, though, are me and your daddy and your grandma or whoever that you think is okay to give the bath. Establish those boundaries for your child. The same way that you would talk about who could pick your child up from school or for summer camp or wherever we get to leave to go to next. They need to know the boundaries around their bodies as well, especially if you know who you would not like bathing your child or helping them in the bathroom. Establish those boundaries. Talk about this early and talk about it often. It's never too early to establish safety skills over your child's body. 2 years old. Never too early to have this conversation and talk about it often. Think about how many times children do fire drills at school. All the time. They're always doing fire drills because you can't expect that your child hears something once and knows exactly what to do. So talk about it early, talk about it often. You can't talk about it too much. Them knowing what to do is incredibly important. And to gauge that, ask what if questions. Well, what if this happens? What if that happens? And see if your child knows what to do in a what if situation. If they don't know what to do, you know you need to spend more time talking about it. But you're able to see how your child is understanding the safety rules that you're establishing. But I want to thank you all for taking this time to help your kids, taking this time to maybe establish different rules and have different conversations that you wouldn't have had when you didn't have as much time together. And this is just another one that you can feel comfortable that your child knows what to do if their bodies were ever at risk of being with an unsafe person. So good luck to you all. If you ever have questions about this, questions about anything, please feel free to reach out. We want to help you. We're here as a resource for you. And I look forward to connecting with you again. Have a great day.